Good morning, all of you. Last session we started about operators, right? Operators. Operators are the symbol which will tell to the compiler to perform some operations. In Java, we have some set of operators. What we have actually, there are, I would say, arithmetic operators, and we have assignment operators, and third one we have relational operators, also called as comparison operators, and next we have logical operators logical operators. So in the last session this is done and this is done. Okay, remaining we can go ahead with today's session. Okay, next we have the logical operators. After that we have the new operator, and we have dot operator dot operator, and we have unary operators and ternary operator. These are the operators. These are the some set of operators we have. Okay, arithmetic operators, assignment operators, relational operators, logical operators, new operator, dot operator, unary operator, ternary operator. So in the last session, we discussed about the arithmetic operators and assignment operators. And today we can go ahead with the session, which is actually we can go ahead with the concept that is relational operators. So all the operators main purpose is all are symbols which will tell to the compiler to perform some operations. Okay, so all the operators main purpose is the same. All are the symbol which will tell to the compiler to perform some operations. Now, our last two sessions we discussed about arithmetic operators and assignment operators, and today we are with going ahead with relational operators, also called as comparison operators. Comparison operators. So what are the symbols we have actually in the relational operators or comparison operators? What are the symbol we have? Like greater than and less than, and greater than or equal to, and next less than or equal to, and double equal to, and not equals to. These are the symbols we have. There are total how many? There are six symbols. There are six symbols. So in the interview perspective, there is a common question. What is the difference between single equals and double equals? What is the difference between single equals and double equals? Single equals, which is used to assign the value. Single equals, which is used to assign the value. Assign the value to the variable. In case of double equals, which is used to comparison between the values. This is also interview question. If you attend the fresher level interviews, these are the very questions, very famous questions they will ask, which is used to comparison between two values. Two values. Okay, which is used to comparison between two values. Okay, I hope this is clear. What is the difference between single equals and now today we can go ahead with the relational operators. What are the symbols we have? If you want to compare with any other value, then there is a operators are like less than, greater than or equal to, less than, less than or equal to, double equals to, and not equals to. Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, double equals to, and not equals to. Okay. So we can write few of the programs on it, and then we can try to understand it. So basically, so last session there is a file which we created. I am going with the same file, operators.java, and I am going with the same file. And here I would take, I hope this program is visible for everyone. So this is the last day we written one file. Now this statement I am copying from here and come down. Here I change to relational operators. Relational operators, and there are symbol less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to, and we have double equals to, and we have not equals to, we have not equals to. Okay, these are the symbols we have. So we can write the program on it. We can write the program on it, and here I am taking there are two values actually, like int p equal to, I would take 1, and int q equal to, I would like to take some two value. Also here one more point you can remember, relational operators and logical operators, it will return always boolean values. Okay, that point I can mention here. Relational operators which will return, which will return always boolean values. Boolean values meaning either true or false, that's it only. Okay, boolean values, relational operator which will return always either true or false. Now coming to here, and p is the variable, it is holding the value 1, and q is the variable and it is holding the value 2, right? Yes. Now I want to do the comparison. So directly I am taking system dot. There are two ways actually. Directly you can write in SOP statement, or also directly you can, like you can mention boolean result equal to, and p greater than, or I would say p less than q. Now you guys normally generally can think and tell me, and p is, I assign the value how much, 1, which means p is holding the value 1, right? 1. Okay, very good. Now q is holding the value how much, 2. 1 less than 2, this is true or false? This is true, no? Then always it will give the true only. So this is how we can do the relation, but this is how we can do the comparison. We are comparing one variable with another variable, one variable with another variable. System.out.println, and here also you can mention directly, you can take the value for two concatenation, you can do comparison between two values is, I am doing result. I hope you guys are clear what I did actually. I taken two variables and I am doing the comparison, and if the comparison is true, So obviously 1 less than 2, right? Meaning the comparison is true. Then boolean, this is, it will return the boolean value, either true or false. This is one way to write the program. So instead of writing this one directly, you can mention in the SOP statement as well. Okay, so that you will get on experience. So as of now, so one statement I am taking, and wherever Java file is there, so there itself I am going, and then I am opening my Java C, and my file name is operators.java, and I tell to compiler to compile my file, and I am telling to JVM operators. Yeah, see here the comparison between two values is true. This is with respect to what? This is with respect to less than. Now the same way we'll try to understand with respect to less than or equals to. The same statement I am copying. These are two ways you can write. You can write in single line and you can write in uh, two lines as well. So in the next line, I can write in single line itself. So here what I am doing, Q, I would say Q less than or equal to 2. Then what will be the value? How much I can get the value as a result? 2. Equal to although will be there, right? This is true. For example, if I mention 1, then false. If I mention 6, then you will get the true. Then P is holding the value how much I am doing with respect to greater than or equals to greater than or equals to P less than or equal to so now this is true or false? This is true. Okay, and now next we have double equal. Double equal meaning, so here you guys, can you please observe what I am doing? P equal to 1. This is true or false? This is true only, right? True. Next, not equal to. Not meaning negative. Not meaning negative. For example, the same SOP statement I am taking, and here what I would mention, hmm, you can write like this: true, P not equal to 1. Now in this case, equal meaning true, and not equals 1 meaning, in this equal meaning true. P not equal to 1 meaning, you will get the value as true. You can mention like this also. For example, not equal to true, we'll see like this. I can say P not equal to 1, not equal to 1. So we'll see. Pause. I'm saving this program, and we can do the compilation, and then we'll see the result how it is coming out of Java C operators or Java. So see here, whatever the values we expected, it is printing the same or not? Yes. So with this, arithmetic operators done, and assignment operators done, and relational operators done. This is assignment operators. So after assignment operators, next we have logical operators. Next we have logical operators. So that is also very easy. In the logical operators, we have, there are three symbols. First one is and operator, next one is operator, and third one is not operator. Third one is not operator. Okay, this is logical operators. There are three symbols we have: and operator, or operator, and not operator. So what are, like, at what time we'll go with the logical operators? Generally, any registration form, like if you want to log in with the mail, if you want to log in with the any account, it will ask the username and password. And if your username and password will be matches to the database, then only you can able to log in successful. So that how you can write this one, so that you can write by using these logical operators. So in the 10th standard, we learned logical tables actually, that I can show you. Once again, you will get remember that one. There are three symbols we have. One is and operator, and operator, and this is called end operator. And next we have or operator, and this is called or operator. And next we have not, this is called. Okay, yeah. So we have the truth table now, which means in case of and operator, if the both are true, then only it will be true. If any one of them is the false, then that is the false. That is the false. This is the truth table, right? True f, and next false, and next true, and this is also false. Next, if the both are false also, it will be the false. This is the truth table which we discussed in the 10th standard. This is also false. Yeah. This is with respect to end operator, right? Okay. Now, with respect to or operator, with respect to or operator, and true and false, and if any one of them is the true, then it will be true. And next one is true, false. Next one is, first one is true, true, true. Next, true, false, true. Next, false, true, true. Next, false. So this is only the false, remaining all are. So this where we actually will use Netflix, Amazon, Prime and all. So if you have the mail, through the mail also you can able to log in. If you have the mobile, through mobile number also you can able to log in. If you have any one of that, you can able to log in. Okay. So this is with respect to R table, not meaning negative. For example, if I mention not true, then it will return false. Opposite, not true. If I mention like this, then it will return false. Then it will return false. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is the truth table. You have to take notes on it. And operator, and or operator, and not operator, not operator. Okay, I hope you guys are clear. Now by using these operators, you can try to write a program. Very, very, very important, guys. So if you are strong at these areas, then you are strong at logical thinking. What are the three areas? Operators, conditional statements, and looping statements. And we have looping statement. If you are strong at good at these three areas, then you are strong at logical thinking. You are strong at logical thinking. You have to practice number of programs. Java is the open resource. There are multiple other websites also will be there. You can take a look into on those websites, and then you can practice with number of programs. Okay. Operators, conditional statements, and looping statements. Now I would go with the logical operators, and here I am taking the variables int m equal to 1 and int n equal to 2, and coming to here, and this is also always written boolean values, always written boolean values. Okay, now. So next we have logical operators. Logical operators. Okay, so what are the symbols we have? And then rr, I would say r symbol, and not. Okay, fine. And these are the symbols which will tell you the compile to perform operations. So this is the common for all operators. And here logical operators will return boolean values, either true or false, either true or false. So coming to here, there is a logical operators, and I am writing the program. So come to here where I can mention boolean is the data type. Why? Because it will return only boolean values. So that is the reason I am mentioning as the data type. So result are equal to, I need to do comparison the values. Basically m greater than or less than 2, and operator, and next we have n greater than 1. Now you guys tell me, m is holding the value 1, n is holding the value 2. So 1 less than 2, this is the true or false? This is the true, and there is a and operator. Now 1, I would say 2 greater than 1, which means this is also true. If the both are true, then according to the logical, there is a truth table you have, right? It will be the true. It will be the true, right? So and operator meaning if the both are true, then obviously it will be true. Now in this case, you will get the value as true. I can take system dot out dot println. Here also you can do comparison, or we would say what we are doing. We are doing the compare. We are doing the we are doing the comparison. If the both conditions are true, then it is printing the value. So it will return If I mention R, then now we'll see I can wherever go to Java C operators.java and Java. So see here, it is printing the value true. Same way, you can go ahead with the, for example, if I mention OR operator, then in that case also same, like boolean R, this is R1 and this is R2. So here what I do, now this is what 1 less than 2 true and n greater than 0, this is also true. I am mentioning some 8. Now n greater than 8, no, false. Now in this case, if I run this one, I can get this statement as false. This statement as false. This is R1 and I can copy this one, and this is R2. So here I can get a value as true and here I can get a value as false. Okay. Now the same statement I am copying. Okay, and here I would mention OR operator, which means if any one of them is the true, this is the true and this is the false, then obviously when you use the OR operator, then it will print the true. Then it will print the true. And here I will mention like as R3, and here also I can do the same thing. I can do the same thing, and this is R3. Next there is a third one, right? Boolean R4 equal to not true. Not true means it will return the false. It will return the false. That's it. Opposite. Opposite. Okay. So simply what I do, I am copying this statement and then I can mention R4. Simply I am saying this program and then Java C operators.java and see whatever the values we expected, it is printing same or not. Is it is printing same. It is printing same. Okay. Okay, fine. Very good. Now with this, what all the operators we done with the arithmetic operators, we done with the assignment operators, we done with the relational or logical operators. Next we done with the next what we have logical operators. These two are the normal theoretical part, which are, I would say, new operator. New is the keyword. New operator. So new is the keyword. New is the predefined keyword. Predefined keyword, and so new operator, which is used to create the object, which is used to create the object. Create the object. What is the syntax for object creation? Is new class name. New class name. This is I would say new and class name. This is what. So when you mention the new operator, so object will be created and JVM allocate the memory in the heap area. Heap area. Okay. So new is the predefined keyword, new operator which is used to create the object, and so this one. Okay. Which means object will be created. Object will be created and JVM will allocate the memory in the heap area. In the heap area. Okay. So this is also very important, and every time there is a OOPS concept, object oriented programming language, and in that where actually regularly we will create the object for all Java classes. All Java classes. So these are the points you have to remember with respect to new operator. New is the predefined keyword. New operator which is used to create the object, or also you can tell initialize the object as well. And next we have this is the syntax, new one class name, so which means object will be created and JVM will allocate the memory in the heap area. Memory in the heap area. Next, this is all about new operator. Next we have there is a other operator, that is dot operator. That is dot operator. Dot operators meaning dot is the operator which is used to access the all class members. Access the all class members like variables, methods, variables and methods. Variables, methods. Okay. For example, and so last session we written some scanner class, right? See here, what is the purpose of dot operator? Next is the method which is available in the scanner class. There are number of methods. There are almost 30-40 methods will be there. So among those 30-40 methods, I am accessing the only next method. So how could I do that one? Dot. This is the operator. This is the operator, and so with the help of this operator, I am accessing the variables and methods. So based on the requirement, you can access. Based on the requirement, we can access. Okay. So dot operator, which is used to access the class members, So if you can see here, print statement also same have the dots, dot dot, which means these are the operators. There is a system class, so in that we have the variable, and again in that we have the method. So from that we are accessing variable and method. Okay. Now the purpose of dot operator, which is used to access the class members. This is also all whatever the topics we are discussing, everything we will use regularly. Everything we will use regularly. A new operator, this all we will use regularly. All we will use regularly. All we can use regularly. Okay. Yeah, fine. Next, after this, next we have ternary operators. Ternary operators meaning you can see here three. We have the three operands. Also, you should be have the operands and operators. Operators are the symbol. Operands meaning values. For example, if I write like this, 10 plus 10 equal to 20. So in this case, which is the operator and which is the operand? Symbols are the operators. This is the operator and this is the operator, and remaining all are the values. This is the value and this is the value. This is the value. Okay. So here also ternary operator meaning basically here also we will use three operands. First it will check the condition. If the condition is true, then it will return the one value. If the condition is false, then it will return the other value. So that I can show you. I'm taking a SOP statement and here I'm mentioning ternary operator. Ternary operator and then symbols are not, there is no symbol. Okay, so here I would like to take like int r equal to some 5 and int s equal to some 8. Okay, so here first I can check the condition, meaning r greater than or r less than yes. If this condition is true, then I have to print some value. Okay, if the condition is false, then I have to print some value. This is the ternary operator. So what I would say here, so first it will check the condition. If the condition is true now, then it will print immediately the value, immediate value. It will print this is true scenario. If the condition is true, then it will print immediate value. If the condition is false, then it will print after this. Okay, so first it will check the condition. If the condition is true, then it will print the immediate value. The condition is false, and these are three operands we have, right? These are three operands. This is the one operand, this is the one operand, and this is the one operand. So here we are checking this operand either true or false. If it is the true, then it will print the immediate value. If it is false, then it will print after this symbol. Okay, now yeah, the condition is true or false. True. 5 less than 8. True meaning you can mention either string values or you can mention integer values. Anything you can mention. For example, if you want to print the string values, then you can mention true. And here also I am mentioning false. And the returning value which is in string format, right? This is where actually the value is in string, or else instead of true false you can write or less than condition satisfied, or else simply I am writing yes and simply I am writing no. Okay, so it is returning which value? String. So that is the reason this entire statement I am storing in one reference variable, that is string s equal to as already defined, right? S1. Okay, now simply what I am doing, system dot out dot print ln, and here I would mention S1. Okay, I'm saving this one, and now we can go and then you can see the result how it is coming and all. Java C operators dot Java, and we missed the semicolon here. Save the file, go to here, Java C operators dot Java and Java operators. You can see here. Yes, this is with respect to string. I want to print with respect to numbers. So in that case also what you can do, I am giving the value some 100, and here also I am giving the value some 200. If this is true, then it will print the immediate value, and this is in the format of int, right? Int. I'm saving the program, and I will go to there and Java, say operators.java and Java. See here, this is called. This is also very important. All are very, whatever the topics we are discussing, everything is important. Every program we will use regularly in the Java projects. Okay, so you can try with. There are a number of examples. So I said I am giving the idea of each topic. What you can do, you can try look with the ternary operators examples in Java. Then you can get a number of examples. Ternary operator, you can look with the real-time examples, and you can get a number of examples with all operators. You have to practice number of programs. You can go with these websites. You can get a number of. So see here, value meaning uh, here we will pass the two values, and expression one, if this is true, then it will print immediate this one. If it is false, then it will print this one. There are three expressions, so that is the reason we are taking as the Turner operators. Coming, yeah, this is all about Turner operators. There are a number of examples. All examples are same thing, same thing. Okay, this is all about what? Ternary operators. Ternary operators. After the ternary operators, next we have the concept that is unary operators. After this, we have the concept that is unary operators. Unary operators. Okay, fine, very good. In the unary operators, guys, so first thing you have to understood what does it mean by increment and what does it mean by decrement. So increment symbol plus plus and decrement symbol minus minus. Now I will show you programmatically. You will get the better clarity. Okay. Hmm. Here I am taking system.out.println, and we are discussing about unary operators, right? Unary operators. In the unary operators, we are trying to understand symbols, increment and decrement symbols. Okay, so for that I want to take one variable, and that variable is I would like to take some w equal to, I'm taking the value 10, guys. 10. Okay, and in the unary operators we need to understand increment and decrement. So here what I am doing now, if I try to print the value of w, system.out.println, print ln, and here I would mention value of w is, this is the concatenation I am doing. Okay, and here what I am doing, w plus plus, which means plus plus meaning w already having the value 10, and when I mention the plus plus operator, which meaning, so w variable increment by one, variable value increment by one, increment by one. Is there any proof? Yes, I'm copying this statement and I am mentioning here. So see here, So at the line number, so what I would say, so first time in the SOP statement, it will print the W value as 10. And at the time of next SOP statement, the W value will print 11 because of there is a plus plus operator which I use. The purpose of plus plus operator which is used to increment the value by 1. Increment the value by 1. I can show you. I can go to the compilation. Data type, here we need to mention the data type. Okay. Coming to here and Java C operators dot Java and Java operators. See, so initial value is 10 now, and after the value is 11. So 11, which meaning the value increment by 1 because of plus plus operator. Again, you can see again what I am doing. I am copying these two statements, and again I am doing. Now you can tell me the answer. So here it has printed 11, and now here the value is 12. And if I do the same thing, now here the value is 13. And if I do the same thing, here the value is 14. Yes or no? Yes. I can go to there, and if I compile Java C operators dot Java and Java operators, you can see here 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and all, right. This is these values are coming because of increment operator. Increment operator. Okay, very good. Now next we have decrement. Decrement. Here what I am doing, W minus minus, which meaning variable value decrement by 1, decrement by 1, decrement by 1. Now here already this is holding the value 14, right. From that what I am doing decrement by 1. So here what will be the value? The value is 13, right. Okay, fine. Now same thing. Now 12, and the values, what is happening with the value? Decreasing because of decrement operator. I hope you guys are clear what is the purpose of increment and what is the purpose of decrement. Java C and Java operators. You guys, can you please see here 13, and from these two our values are decreasing because of decrement operators. Okay, fine, very good, very good. Again, this decrement operators is divided into two types. One is post increment and second one is pre increment. And with respect to decrement also, it is also divided into post decrement, and next we have pre, and this is also pre decrement. Okay, fine, very good. Now I can use MS Paint as well. Okay, I am coming to here. So we are discussing about increment. Okay, so increment again is divided into post increment and pre increment. Now we are discussing with post increment. Post increment. Okay, fine. Now here we have to understood there are two scenarios. there are two scenarios. For example, x equal to int x equal to 10 and int y equal to, this is the post increment, right? So x plus uh, so here what happens internally, two containers got created. This is the container number 1 and this is the container number 2. Two containers got created. This is the container number 1 and this is the container number 2. What is the first container name? First container name is x. First container name is x. This is the container 1 and this name is x. This name is x. This name is x. Okay, fine, very good. Like there is other container. This container name is y. Okay, fine, very good. Now x is holding the value 10. X is holding the value 10, right? Okay, fine. Now coming to here, and how the value is holding, so that we need to do. So coming to here, this is what variable. This is what variable, and there is a increment symbol, right? Which is present after the variable or before the variable? After the variable. If the symbol, increment symbol, is present after the variable, then you can get the clarity that is belong to post increment, because the increment symbol is present after the variable. Okay, if it is after the variable, then you have to remember one mantra. What is that mantra? First assign the value and then increment. This is the mantra you have to remember. First assign the value. First assign the value and then increment. Then increment. Meaning, first assign whatever the value x is holding. So first it can assign the value to y variable. Okay, very good. And then increment na, meaning x value become 11. X value become 11. This is the thing you have to understood. Increment, and based on the program, by seeing itself you can find out this is belong to increment or decrement. Okay, there is a variable. The increment symbol is present after the variable or before the variable. That is present. That is present after the variable. If it is after the variable, then you can say that is post increment. If it is the post increment, then you can say first assign and then increment. The same program I can write and then I will show you. I can take a new file. I will give the name as unary operators. Unary operators.java. Public class unary operators. This name and this name should be the same. This is the scope of the class, and I'm taking main method. Same program I'm writing. So here I want to print two values. So first one is the value of x is this one. Next thing is the value of y is okay. Okay. Now we are expecting the value x is 11, y is 10. Saving the program and go to the location, command prompt, java c unary operators dot java. File has successfully compiled. Unary operators, yeah, see here 11 and 10. So we need to give some space. Okay, so then you can, you can get the clarity. Compile the file. See, the value of x is 11 and the value of y is 10. So whatever we discussed, that is true or not? Yes. This is with respect to what? Post increment. Then there we have pre increment as well, right? Pre increment. So pre increment here also what I would say, here I am taking there are two values. Int a equal to, I would take some 5, and int b equal to plus plus a. Okay, fine. So there are two containers we have. Internally, there are two containers we have. One is a container, second one is b container. Okay, and this I would say this is a container and this is b container, and a is holding the value how much? 5. Okay, now coming to the symbol, and this is variable, and where this is present before the variable or after the variable? Before the variable. If it is before the variable, then this is pre-increment, then that is pre-increment. If that is pre-increment, then there is a mantra, that is first increment the value and then assign the value. First increment, then assign the value, then assign, then assign. Okay, so increment the value meaning 5 become 6, 5 become 6, and that value it will assign to here, it will assign to here, meaning this is also 6. Okay, very good. Coming to here, and there actually I would write the program on it. Int a equal to 5 and int b equal to plus plus a, and same statement. I am copying this entire statement. 6 whatever the value we expected, is it printing same or not? Yes. This is with respect to increment. Next, coming to decrement. Okay, so decrement also have, there are two types: post decrement and pre decrement. Now coming to post decrement, I'm taking, there are two symbols. Int m equal to 10 and int n equal to m minus minus. Okay, internally what happens? Two containers got created. First container name is m, second container name is n, and first container name, it is holding the value 10. Okay, very good. Now coming to the symbol where it is present after the variable. This is after the variable. Then you can get the clarity. Oh, this is belong to post decrement. Okay, if it is post decrement, then you have to the mantra first assign and then decrement, then decrement the value, then decrement. First assign meaning which will have the value 10 now, and then decrement meaning this value become 9. Now the value of m is 9, the value of n is 10. The same thing I can write and then I can show you. Okay, where I can take int m equal to 10 and int n equal to m minus minus. Okay, this statement I already copied, I thought. Can, yeah, here I will change m and m. Here also I change to n, and here also I change to n. Okay, fine. Now, yeah, the values will be what? First assign the value and then decrement, meaning 9, 10 is the our expected output. 9, 10. Same. Go and then run the program Java C, and then Java C 9 and 10, which is coming or not? Yes. Now this is with respect to post decrement. Next, there is concept we have pre decrement, pre decrement, pre decrement, pre decrement generally. So here also what I would take, I need to take, there are two variables in the I can take r equal to some value 5 and int s equal to r minus minus r, which means this is pre-decrement. Coming to symbol, symbol is present before the variable. If it is before the variable, then that is pre-decrement. If it is pre-decrement, what happens internally? There you have, there are two containers. There are two containers. Container A and container B. So this container name is R and this container name is S, and this is the value 5, and if it is the post decrement, then the mantra is first decrement, then assign the value. Okay, now 5 become 4, decrement no. Now this value will be assigned to him. Okay, this is the program. Here you can change to R, R equal to 5, and this is also S equal to R minus minus. R, yeah, this is pre, right? Minus minus R. Coming to here, R, and this is S and S. This is S, okay? I'm saving this one, and I would go to here and then can compile the file, and we can run it. Okay, this is all about unary operators. Unary operators. I hope you guys are clear with my statements. Okay, these are the important operators. You have to practice with multiple times with these programs. And after this, next we have the concept that is conditional statements. So the name itself we have the meaning, right? Conditional statements. Based on the condition, we can make the decisions. Conditional statements meaning the name itself we have the meaning. Based on the condition, based on the condition, based on the condition, we can make the decisions. We can make the decisions. We can make the decisions, right? Based on the condition, we can make the decision. For example, I will tell you some psychological examples, you will get better clarity. So there is a car, there is a car, and the condition is fuel, and this is the car, and the car have, this is the condition. Okay, now what I would say, condition is fuel, condition is fuel. If the car have the fuel, then I can make successful ride. I can make successful ride. If the car does not have the fuel, then I cannot make a successful ride. There are two possibilities, right? The car have the fuel, then I can make successful ride. Successful ride. If the car does not have the fuel, I cannot I cannot make successful ride. Successful ride. Are you guys clear with my statements or not? What I am saying? So this ride and no ride, this is completely depends on condition. If the car have the fuel, then only I can able to make the successful ride. If the car does not have the any fuel, then I cannot make the any successful ride. This is a condition. So here I am taking the decision based on the condition. I am taking the condition. I am making the decisions based on the condition. If the car have the fuel, then I can make the successful ride. If the car does not have the fuel, then I cannot make the successful ride. I cannot make the successful ride. Okay? You guys are clear with my statements or not? So conditional statements also, based on the condition, we can make the decisions. Okay? In Java, we have five set of conditional statements we have. In Java, we have five set of five set of conditional statements we have. Conditional statements we have. What are those actually? First one is simple if. First one is simple if. Second one is if else if. Second one is if else. Third one is if else if. And fourth one is nested if. And fifth one is switch case. Switch case. These are the five set of conditional statements we have. These are the five set of statements we have. So first we are going with the simple if. First we are going with the simple if. Simple if. So here we can make the decisions. Make the decisions only if the condition is true. Only condition is true. Only condition is true. Only the true concern. We can make the decisions only true concern. Make the decisions only true concerns. True concerns. True concerns. And the syntax for the simple if is if, and this is the scope of the if, and here we can take the condition. If the condition is true, then the controller will go inside and then it will print the logic. It will print the set of statements. If the condition is false, then it won't print anything. Okay, fine. Now I would go to, there is a flow diagram as well for the control statements. That also I can show you, will get better clarity on it. Simple if, the heading is simple if. Okay, and the program start here. This is flow diagram. Program start here, and it will check the condition. If the condition is true, it will execute our statements, and the program got terminated. Program start here, and this is the condition, and this is the statement, set of statement, and this is program will be end here. Okay, if the condition is true, then only it will come and then it will execute the statement. Okay, this is a flow diagram for the simple if. This is flow diagram for the simple if, and there is a syntax for the simple if. Syntax for the simple if is if I can take the condition, and this is the scope of the condition. Inside I can write the set of statements. Set of statements. I can write a program and then I can show you, will get a better clarity on it. There is a Java file I am taking. I am mentioning the Java file name is simple if dot java, and public class simple if. This is the scope of the class, and I am taking the method, main method, public static void main, string box, and this is the scope of the main method. And here I'm taking the condition, and inside I'm writing. So condition you can directly write, you can take values int x equal to some 20, and so here you can write the condition x less than 100. And now this you can see the condition is true or not is. So inside you can write this sort statement, print statement, system dot out dot println println, and value of x is less than 100. That's it. I can go to the command prompt. I can open Java C and unary. The file name is simplif dot java, and there we mention class name and file name. You can check with this one. Uh, Save this one. Coming to here, Java C simplif and Java simplif. See here the value x is less than 100. Okay. So this is the simple and today we can discuss with if else if buffer reader and all. We can discuss all this. Okay. Yeah. So that's it today, guys. So I hope all of you guys completed your assignments as well.